All right, so another one of the big mistakes that a lot of beginners make, and this one's almost more technical in terms of like positional. So this is a lot more positional rather, is just the idea of giving up underhooks. Okay, so underhooks, I can't stress enough how important underhooks are. And if you ask me about like the one thing you can do in almost any position, whether it's guard passing, half guard, butterfly guard, if you can wrestling even, if you can establish the underhooks, you're going to be able to go a lot further in your ability to attack your training partner than without your underhooks. Okay, so just as a practice, like in one of the situations that I try to get my students to really understand the concept of underhooks is from the half guard position. Okay, so Bryson's going to get in the half guard position here, and so Bryson's going to get in the half guard position here, and this is a really great position to kind of understand, to explain the importance of underhooks. Okay, if Bryson is able to get underhook and crossface, then I'm going to be in some trouble, a lot of trouble. So almost like the two fights in half guard are one, defending this underhook here, and two, defending my head. So I've heard this explained in a million different amazing ways. One of the things I think was either from Marcelo Garcia or Paul Schreiner, just about the idea of closing this off and keeping contact away from your head. So if Bryson tries to underhook me here, it's difficult, very, very difficult. If he tries to get control of my head, he can't, okay? Now this is about the underhook specifically. So oftentimes if he starts working in for an underhook, the next thing that I have to start protecting is my head. But I also have to figure out a way to re-pummel and get that underhook. But even better, just close off the space between your hip and your elbow. From here, it doesn't matter what I do. If Bryson, I'm going to let go of my half guard. If Bryson passes my guard from this position, then I'm not going to be concerned about it because I can get my underhook really easily, okay? So from the bottom position in this situation here is if I can just maintain my underhook, this makes it very, very difficult for him to pass my guard. And this is the same thing with like the knee slice pass, right? So if he goes knee slice pass, right, I'm not going to let him get this underhook. Okay, this is a thing that I have to defend more than anything. So I can literally let him knee slice, and so long as I have an underhook here, I can escape out the back door. And as a matter of fact, if I were Bryson, I wouldn't be trying to pass without that underhook. Okay, so what I mean here is if I'm on top in half guard, for example, if I'm on top in half guard, then I'm not passing unless I can establish this underhook here. Now, if he's keeping this underhook away from me, then I can start doing then I have to start doing kind of more advanced stuff, like maybe even going underhook here, walking his hips out towards the other side. But then you see I've got an underhook on this far side anyway, okay? So my point is, half guard, open guard passing, is if he's able to maintain this underhook position here, I don't want to pass. I have to be able to fight. Doesn't matter how many times we keep on repummeling. We can do this for 10 minutes, right? It's just boring. But one of us is going to get tired of it, and that person is going to lose, okay? So again, do not give up underhooks in any position. If I get to this position again, and he's still not giving me the underhooks, then we have to start working into other avenues of attacking. But the idea stays the same, is you need to make sure that you are constantly and consistently fighting for underhooks. All right, so if you like this, please be sure to click the like button, subscribe to this channel, share it on your social media channels. If you have any questions, leave a comment, leave a reply. I'm happy to help. Also, I did happen to put out a series on underhooks. Check the links in the description if you're interested in checking it out, but it's basically a 4 to 5 video series with a little sparring narration that talks all about the importance of underhooks, why they're important, and how you can leverage them to overcome a lot of positions in jiu-jitsu, from top, from bottom, from wrestling, etc. So check that out if you're interested in seeing more. I'll talk to you soon.